no, you don't get it. Like, we pay you to race cars to promote us. So you got to promote us. I do. I race the car. Come watch it.
So how do you transition from, okay, these cars are going electric, it's not for me, what do I want to do with my career, to wheelie drifting Mini Coopers at SEMA?
Absolutely. Which is, as I pinch myself moment, it's very cool to be here doing this. So
it's very cool, but it's like it's a question of
it's a strange transition.
It's a hard left turn.
Yeah, it's definitely, if anything, it's a flipper and go the other way. You know, like,
180,
yeah, for sure. I actually feel like I was pushed into it a little bit. Now, I'm not going to say that like it isn't a misfortunate thing. Like, oh no, poor guy, got pushed to make videos. But Monster, my sponsor, basically said they were very, very kind to stick with me after I decided to stop racing. And just they said, Liam, you hold value to us regardless, and we know you're going to come up with something. So we'll just
that's awesome.
We'll stick it out for a little bit and see where this goes. And I was like, right now, guys, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I might transfer to race something else. I don't know. And they'd been on my case for about 12 or 13 years since the very first time they sponsored me to get better with my media and my content, because I was that guy, which is very frustrating for me now looking back, but I've always been that guy that hated the camera. Here I am, I sat on a podcast, hated the camera. Like honestly, like I am a racing driver. Put that camera away. It doesn't help me. It doesn't benefit me. I race cars. I race cars to win trophies. The audience want to see it. They can come watch if they want. That's it. I'm not doing an interview. I'm not posting on Instagram. I didn't have Instagram until very late in the day. I had Facebook because I had friends to talk to, and that's it. I didn't post on it. So they were like, yeah, but Liam, we pay you to race cars. Like, you've got to show everyone that. I'm like, yeah, I do. I race cars. Tell them to come watch. If they want to see it, come watch. They're like, no, Liam. No, you don't get it. Like, we pay you to race cars to promote us. So you got to promote us. I do. I race the car. Come watch it. So I was always that guy, honestly. And you probably think I'm joking, but like, if any of those guys from Monster are watching, they're like, we've been telling him for 13 years. So they went, right, we think now more than ever, because you're actually sponsored to be a racing driver and you're not a racing driver, now you should probably do what we say, right? Because otherwise it's going to be the end of the day. So I was like, all right, go on. What do you want me to do? They were like, why didn't you start filming stuff? And I was like, oh, I knew you were going to say this. What? They were like, well, we're your sponsor, not your boss. So you come up with the ideas and let us know what you want to do. And it goes from there. So I went, okay. So I went away. I don't want to like hang up my race helmet sort of thing. I'm thinking that if I do, I won't ever start again. So if I do legitimately close all the doors, I won't be coming back at it. So I decided that maybe, just maybe, if I did get the camera out, it might enable me to keep racing, because racing is getting harder and harder to secure sponsorship, because actual racing cars is getting lesser and lesser value because of online content.
Because of us, basically.
Because of people like, absolutely. Absolutely. So if you can't beat them, join them, right? So I was like, okay, well, maybe, just maybe, I could do what they're asking me to do, but only because the end goal is it will allow me to keep racing what I want to race, right? So I always raced rallycross because that's the sport I did and that's what they pay me to do. Whenever I said, hey, I want to go do a drag race, they were like, nah, you're a rallycross driver. We're not paying you to go do that. I'm like, come on, guys. I want to go race short course off-road. Or I want to go do a hill climb. Liam, you race rallycross. Go race rallycross, please. Stop breaking the rules. Just do as you're told. I'm not that naughty school kid. And then this opportunity came up and I was like, right, but I guess I could go race cars and make videos. They're like, yeah, well, you're a racing driver, go race cars and make videos. All right. Well, does it matter what? They're like, well, no, we sponsored you to race rallycross. Now I guess do whatever you want. I was like, cha-ching. This is the opportunity that I've always needed, because now I can go race all those sports I've always been pushing them to let me do, which I couldn't. I'm like, now I'm my own boss, I guess. All I got to do is make a video people want to watch. And so it's transition. So I made that decision that I'm going to jump on the bandwagon and make videos. It's a big risk. I've put a lot of time and money into the investment of starting. I'm like a year, I don't know how, maybe I'm like probably 18 months into it now. And that's where I'm at. So it was them that pushed me to doing it. I then said, right, okay, I haven't got it all covered. I've not got all the bases covered. I'm taking a risk doing it still. Looks like a lot of fun. You know, for me, the only downside is I've got to bring the camera along with me. I can go do what I've always wanted to do. Only now I've got to bring the audience along with me to see what I'm doing. And that's how it will get funded.
Right.
So I was like, it's not such a bad deal. You know, such a tough life. You know, it's all right, cool. So that is ultimately what I've decided to do. So now I'm about 18 months in, like I said, from quitting my other job and just going to making videos. And so to bring right up to the modern day, that's why you saw me today doing whatever you want to call them, spinner wheelies or wheelie donuts or wheelie drifts or whatever you want to call them in a Mini at SEMA, because I wrote out like a projection, like a business plan of what I wanted to do, what content I was going to make. And I've got 7, my base projects are 7 different vehicles. And I had to start somewhere. So I chose the cheapest one.
Yeah.
So I had 7 projects that I planned out that I want to do, 7 different sports. So 7 different races, 7 different sports. And so, yeah, just chose the cheapest one. The cheapest one happens to be the Mini. So I bought it / built it. Accidentally did a trick by complete accident that everyone was like, well, that's crazy. And here I am in SEMA doing it in real life for everyone to see.
Yeah. So what about the type of racing that car is built for? I've honestly only ever seen any of it because of your videos, basically.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's not a sport that I don't think anyone knows about in this country.
And do other cars in the sport have 2 high Buso motors in it?
It's a common sort of platform in that class, in that sport. Crazy, right? Yeah.
How is that
this is not
popular?
one.
It's the most awesome thing.
Right. Well, so let's go back to the selection process, right? So then I said, right, I want to go race everything I've always wanted to race, but I haven't been able to, because I love cars, I love motorsport, I love driving fast, I love doing stupid stuff. So now I'm going to choose all of those things, and I'm just going to decide which one I do first, right? So it's a class called it's a sport called autograss. In the UK only, it's very grassroots, but very awesome.
Appropriate name, autograss, grassroots.
Grassroots autograss. Its nickname is Grass Track. It's not called Grass Track because in England we have bikes that race around in a circle as well, and that's called Grass Track. But essentially, it's 4-wheel grass track. It's in a field, sometimes just on grass. They literally peg out a track, and then they start racing on it, and that's it. And it cuts into dirt, obviously, eventually. But yeah, it's called autograss because the start of the day, it's going to be grass on the track. It's an oval sport, like your dirt track here is. Only they go the wrong way, obviously. We go round, we go clockwise,
right?
The right way, but the wrong way you like to think. So they go right. So I'm not saying it's the right way, but they turn right. Yeah. And yes, and that's it. And so there's multiple classes. My car is a class 7. Class 7 is a car with a body on it, because you can have specials which are buggies, so there's no body, just wheels and motor and stuff, and a load of tubes. But they're called super saloons. So class 7 super saloons. You have to have a body on it, and it has to be rear-wheel drive. I think that's the only rule, literally. So that you can imagine now, like, why there's some crazy engine packages, because there is no rules. You put in it whatever you want. So believe it or not, the bike engine package is actually a very cheap, economical way of putting power in a car, because when you think about it, motorbikes are like designed, really, they're packaged way more intelligently than a car, because they have so little space to get it all into. Yep. So you can literally buy a power plant from a bike, and obviously you'll know this because of what you built. So
yeah, it's exactly what I do. Yeah.
I'm talking to the audience here now, guys.
100%.
Right?
Yes.
You're like,
yes.
Thank you for telling me the obvious.
No, I'm like, thank you for telling them exactly what I. Yeah,
sorry, I just had to clarify that. I felt like, why am I saying this? And then I've remembered there's a camera. Hi guys. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's all right there, you know, and all I didn't want is the chain. So basically, you take that package and you put it in a car, but a car's much bigger than a bike. So what'd you do then? Just put 2 of them in. So that's why it's not for anything crazy. Actually, it's just because it's because a grassroots sport, and most of the guys are paying from their own pocket. Well, go as fast as possible for as least money as possible, right? That's the formula of motorsport, really.
Yeah.
So yeah. I guess they started putting bike engines in them because they're a great way to package in a little buggy. And then they want to go faster, so they just put 2 in them. So, and this was all before my time.
Right.
The reason why, but I go back to the story of like why I'm here, is because I always wanted to race grass track, not because it was going to be valuable to me, not because my sponsors wanted me to, but because it's awesome. And I was like, those cars, not so much the sport, but the cars are awesome. When I'm very happy to have now showcased it to the world, because I think everyone agrees.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
cars are awesome.